Since the dawn of flight, mankind has looked to the skies not just with wonder but with a strategic eye. The ability to control the air is one of the most decisive factors in modern conflict. It allows a nation to see everything strike anywhere and protect its forces on the ground. Think of it as the ultimate high ground. Nations pour billions into developing fighter jets for this very reason. These are not just machines of war, they are symbols of national power, technological prowess, and a nation's commitment to defending its sovereignty. Having the best air force is like holding the best cards in a global game of poker, where the stakes could not be higher. It's about deterrence, about sending a clear message to potential adversaries. Do not test us. The modern fighter jet is a marvel of engineering, a fusion of speed, stealth, and incredible computing power. In this high-stakes environment, two aircraft have come to represent two very different approaches to achieving air superiority. It's a clash of titans with very different ideas about power. The F-35 Lightning II is without a doubt the most ambitious and expensive weapons program in human history. Born from the Joint Strike Fighter program in the 1990s, its goal was audacious: to create one single aircraft platform that could do it all. Designed to replace specialized jets for the United States Air Force, Navy, Marine Corps, and for allied nations worldwide. Envisioned as a fifth-generation fighter, a leap so big it could render previous aircraft obsolete. Promised total information dominance and unparalleled survivability. Main selling point: stealth sculpted from advanced composite materials covered in radar-absorbent coating, making it hard for radar to see, like a ghost in the machine, slipping through air defenses unseen and unheard. More than stealth, a flying supercomputer. Pilots wear a revolutionary helmet projecting a 360-degree battlespace view on their visor. The F-35 is the cornerstone of a global military alliance, unprecedented integration. Is it a game-changing weapon, or a gold-plated liability too precious to risk and too expensive to operate in large numbers? From the cold north of Europe comes a very different kind of warrior. The Saab Gripen roars off a snowy highway runway. The Saab Gripen in Swedish, is the product of a nation with a long history of fierce independence. Sweden, officially neutral, has always understood the need for a strong defense. It couldn't afford a massive air force to match superpowers, so it had to be smarter. The Gripen was born from that philosophy, a highly capable, reliable, affordable fighter for a small nation. Not the biggest or most powerful, the cleverest and most efficient. Often called a light fighter next to heavyweights like the F-35. But don't let that fool you. It's a potent, versatile multi-role aircraft, capable of air-to-air combat, capable of ground attack, capable of reconnaissance missions. Where the F-35 leans on stealth and staggering complexity, the Gripen focuses on agility, speed, electronic warfare. Designed as a nimble dogfighter, to outturn and outmaneuver opponents. Its real strength, advanced data linking, and sensor fusion, which gives pilots exceptional situational awareness, without the astronomical price tag. The Gripen's design philosophy is legom, just the right amount. Exposing secrets the high-tech defense world might prefer to keep hidden. The most glaring difference between the F-35 and the Gripen is the price tag. It's not just a small gap, it's a chasm. A single F-35A costs around $80 million to purchase off the production line. A new Gripen-E comes in at a similar price point, but this is where the simple comparison ends. The real story is in the lifetime cost. The cost to fly an F-35 for just 1 hour is estimated to be over $40,000. The Gripen's operational cost is less than half that, sometimes cited as low as $20,000 per flight hour. This isn't a minor detail, it shapes how an air force can operate. Think of it like owning a car. One is a Bugatti, breathtakingly fast but a fortune to run, needs specialist mechanics, and spends a lot of time in the garage. The other is a high-performance Porsche, fast and capable but built for reliability and everyday use. For an Air Force, flight hours are everything. Lower operating costs mean pilots can fly more and train more. 100 Gripens can afford far more training hours than 100 F-35s on the same budget. This cost gap stems from core design philosophies. The F-35 is built on revolutionary, often unproven technology, stealth coatings, incredibly complex software, over 8 million lines of code, integrated sensor suite. That complexity is a double-edged sword. Difficult and expensive to build, test, and fix. The F-35 is delicate and demanding, needing a massive, expensive orchestra to operate. An aircraft is only useful if it can fly. This simple truth is at the heart of the maintenance debate surrounding the F-35 and the Gripen. The availability rate, the percentage of time a jet is ready for a mission, is a critical measure of an Air Force's strength. Here, the differences between the two jets become starkly clear. The F-35, with all its groundbreaking technology, has been plagued by maintenance challenges. Its complex systems and sensitive stealth coatings demand an enormous amount of work to keep them flying. Reports show mission-capable rates far below targets, sometimes struggling to stay above 50 to 60%. For every 10 F-35s, only 5 or 6 might be available on any given day. But Alice has been buggy and cumbersome, sometimes grounding perfectly good aircraft with software glitches. The Gripen story is one of radical simplicity and efficiency. A Gripen can land, refuel, rearm, and be back in the air for an air-to-air mission in as little as 10 minutes. While the F-35's stealth is its most famous feature, its true power lies in its role as an information hub. The F-35 is not just a fighter, it's a flying quarterback. Its advanced sensors include an ASA radar and a distributed aperture system. They hoover up massive amounts of battlespace data. It can detect and track hundreds of targets on the ground and in the air, from dozens or even hundreds of miles away, all without revealing its own position. It fuses that data into a single coherent picture for the pilot, then shares it seamlessly with other F-35s, older jets, ships, and ground troops. That gives a force of F-35s a near godlike battlefield view. The Gripen lacks F-35's all-encompassing stealth, so it pursued a different path: superior electronic warfare and advanced data linking. Yet all four share the same tactical picture: a networked approach built on cooperation, not individual supremacy. Despite the immense political and industrial weight behind the F-35 program, the Gripen has carved out a significant niche for itself on the world stage. Several countries, when faced with the choice, have deliberately opted for the Swedish jet: Brazil, South Africa, Czech Republic, Hungary, Thailand. Their reasons offer a powerful critique of the F-35's one-size-fits-all model. For many of these nations, the decision came down to a cold, hard calculation of cost versus capability. They needed a modern, capable fighter, but they could not afford the astronomical lifetime costs of the F-35. Brazil's selection of the Gripen is a perfect case study. The Brazilian Air Force ran a long and thorough competition: Gripen versus FA-18 Super Hornet, Rafale. The F-35 was not even a serious contender due to its cost and the restrictions on technology transfer. The deal included the complete transfer of technology, allowing Brazil to co-develop and build large portions of the aircraft domestically. Saab treats its customers as partners, not just buyers. The US government is famously protective of the F-35's sensitive technology. Buyers receive a black box system. They can use it, but they cannot look inside or modify it themselves. A victory for pragmatism over prestige. The fascinating rivalry between the F-35 and the Gripen is more than a competition between two machines. It represents a fundamental fork in the road for the future of air power. The F-35 charts a course toward ever-increasing technological complexity and centralization. It embodies a vision of a single, perfect, all-knowing platform dominating the battle space through information supremacy. Flown by an exclusive club of wealthy nations and creates technological dependence on the United States. The Gripen offers a different vision: decentralized, adaptable, and accessible. It favors smart power, not brute force, efficiency. More nations can afford a credible modern air force. It prioritizes operational flexibility, reliability, and sovereign control. The future may be won not by a single superweapon, but by networked, adaptable, affordable platforms working together. Sometimes the nimble challenger can redefine the rules entirely.